הרב יהודה קרינסקי מכהן כיושב ראש המרכז לענייני חינוך, הזרוע החינוכית של חב"ד. במשך קרוב ל4 עשורים היה חלק מצוות המזכירות האישי של הרבי.
The first year after the previous Rebbe's Histalkos, the Rebbe visited the Ohel every Rosh Chodesh, a school bus with about 30-35 of the senior students. That went on for about a year or so. And then he started going by car, just himself and the driver. I remember that every month he would take along with him a copy of the latest Talks and Tales in Shmusen, and other things that were of recent vintage in terms of the American cost printing. Before he went, he would take pidyonis for whoever wanted to give him, for him to be masker at the Ohel. In the early years, the Rebbe didn't spend so much time at the Ohel like he did in the later years, hours, literally hours. But it gradually lengthened in time. He had a Beneloshen, it was a small one, their first print. I drove the Rebbe to the Ohel. When I became a member of the Secretariat, that was really part of my work. Sitting in the car, he did various things. Sometimes he was learning, sometimes he had a Mishnayos. He would correct things, he would look at printed galleys. Or sometimes, I could see from the corner of my eye, both going and coming, he was just in thought. He could sit with his eyes closed, in thought. I think it was different every time, even if it may have been the same words or the same activity, it had its own intensity. Oftentimes, the Rebbe would summon me to come in to the little room. He would give me sometimes a response to a certain request that was obviously very, very urgent, and ask me to call the office with it. That's after I had the telephone in my trunk. When he left to go into the car, every time, literally every single time, he would walk down that little path and stop, face his mother's resting place, and say some words. His lips were moving. And then after Chabeshvat, after the Rebbetzin passed away, he did the same thing, stopped and said something there. When he was coming back towards the car, there was a space that was grass, and he plucked 3 times grass and threw it over his shoulder.